Have you ever kissed your cats? Yes, you'll say, moi. But what's going on in a cat's head at that moment? Does she think, oh, how sweet? Or is it the opposite? Ugh, what does he want from me again? Let's try to figure it out. After all, you want to be sure that your kiss is perceived by your cat as a tender affection and not something else. Cats don't kiss each other, so a new kitten or cat that has come to you may not understand this action and may even be frightened by it. Unlike us, cats show their love differently. For example, let's remember what a cat does when interacting with another familiar cat, or even with you. First, she licks another cat, showing her care, and she licks you too. Agree, being licked is a sign of affection. Secondly, cats touch noses. Has your cat ever tried to nuzzle you? There are even more significant ways for a cat to show love. Love, for a cat, is trust. Let's recall the difference between cats and dogs. How do cats greet each other, and how do dogs greet each other? Dogs immediately sniff each other's rear ends, but cats, when getting acquainted, never allow each other to initially sniff their rear ends. This is permissible only for cats who are familiar and trust each other. When cats first meet, they touch noses. However, if cats have known each other for a long time and trust each other, upon meeting, they will immediately sniff each other's rear ends. Let me see what you had for breakfast. A cat that loves its human always turns its rear towards them and raises its tail. It might jump onto a table, raise its tail, present its rear, and say, "Okay, kiss me." This is the greatest sign of feline trust, a kiss on the rear. Although, of course, humans don't usually want to kiss their cats there. By the way, do you know why a cat raises its rear when you pet its back? It's a reflex from kittenhood. When a kitten is small and can't groom itself, its mother cat does it for them. Therefore, when the mother cat licks the kitten's back, the kitten raises its tail to allow its mother to clean its most important area. So, when you stroke a cat's back, it immediately responds, as if saying, "Okay, you can clean me, mommy. I trust you." There's a fourth way, kneading with paws. When my cat started doing this, trying to settle on my chest, I used to interrupt him, more gently positioning him. It turns out I shouldn't have done that. Besides the tradition of kittens needing their mothers for milk, cats have pheromone glands between their paw pads. When a cat needs you, it's marking you with its pheromones, saying, "I claim you as mine." Top, top, top. Don't interrupt your cat's affectionate kneading, as it's their way of expressing love. The same applies to rubbing their faces on you. Pheromones are a sign of affection. When a cat slowly blinks at you, it's a feline way of showing affection. It's demonstrating vulnerability and trust, showing they feel completely safe and relaxed enough to close their eyes while you're looking at them. However, if a new furry friend arrives, whether from a shelter, the street, or a gift, and you shower it with kisses, the first thing to understand is that you are intruding on its personal space, and such kisses will not be perceived as loving gestures. Cats are incredibly intelligent, and over time, most of them understand that this strange human behavior is a sign of affection. Be tactful and pay attention to how you approach them. Pick them up and touch their faces. If you do everything gently and patiently, over time your cat will associate your kisses with love and care. They won't exactly pucker up and kiss back, but they will understand it's your way of saying, "I love you." Cats who have lived with humans since kittenhood, raised with these displays of affection, learn to associate human touch with love. This positive experience is key to understanding the meaning of human kisses. If you adopt a kitten raised with humans, or a former house cat, it might already understand, but it still needs to trust you. If your cat dislikes kisses, don't push it. Don't take it as rejection. They are simply expressing love in their way. A gentle rub of your face against theirs speaks volumes. How do you know if your cat doesn't want to be kissed? First, watch its tail. If it's twitching, whipping back and forth, it's a signal to back off. Second, look at its ears. Flattened ears say no. Another sign of discomfort is a tense body. The cat becomes rigid. Cats dislike hugs even more. Cats are solitary hunters by nature. In the wild, they are accustomed to having as much space as they want. When we hug them, they may feel their boundaries are being violated, and certainly don't see it as a sign of love. However, some cats learn to tolerate or even enjoy hugs, especially if they've been accustomed to close contact with humans from a young age. If they trust you, they may see hugs as a sign of affection, not a threat. Research shows that cats can, to some extent, read human emotions. Showing a positive mood can be perceived by a cat as a positive interaction. If you're arguing with family and raise your voice, your cat may come and interact, interpreting the words as directed at it. If you speak harshly, it thinks you're displeased. If kindly, it assumes you are expressing affection. If you know how to love a woman, you'll understand how to love a cat. Loving a woman is simple. Pay attention when she needs it and give her space when she needs to do her things. There are 6 clear markers that indicate your cat dislikes you. If you have doubts, you can check these markers by watching the next video. Do you agree that men and women are alike in this respect?